EG.Bulba, this Purge, bringing you guys Game 2 of mouz versus Moscow 5 for the Star Series LAN Finals. I'm here with Wagabama. Thanks for joining me again.
Yeah, it's nice to be here again. And yeah, we saw M5 taking a very decisive win in the first game, I would say.
Yeah, it felt like yesterday that game was played. It was quite a long time ago.
It
but
took a long time for being on LAN. Usually it's very quick between games. And speaking of quick, look at the bans from mouz. They're very quick on banning out Tinker and then Leshrak. They know what they want to do, seemingly.
Leshrak is just a powerhouse right now. He gets picked almost every single game. And doesn't always ban first round either.
No, well, he's been like this for a long time. Just really strong hero that's always relevant. Especially for the second pickers. We see mouz having first pick. Then you sort of ban out the Leshrak because you don't necessarily want to first pick him. You can do it, but you don't want to risk leaving out too many imba heroes like Invoker, Furion, etc.
Darkseer.
Yeah, Darkseer, for example.
Darkseer, man, Blood Angel. Blood Angel really impresses me sometimes. That guy is amazing. He's really good.
Yeah, he always plays really well, I feel. And I didn't know what I thought about him at first, but having seen him now for many games, he looks really consistent.
Yeah, he's a really good player. Plays a lot of different roles too. Sometimes does like semi-carries like that or solo farms, and other times support. So
it's good to be flexible, to be able to play many different plays.
Alright,
What's my favorite
also banned.
Pokemon?
Wow. What is?
Snorlax, obviously.
What does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, just saying it's relevant.
In the middle of the cast. By the way, my favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, by the way, I like Snorlax.
I have to turn my mic back on. It's because I reset Dota, that's why.
Yeah.
Open mic.
And are they gonna
Beautiful.
ban out the Darkseer? Respect the hero that they were raping with themselves.
We'll see. If they get the first pick, that would leave them an Enigma plus who else? Maybe an Invoker, maybe a Chen.
Furion.
Or Furion, yeah. Furion, Enigma, or...
They can trick around with it. They can leave stuff, and I mean, there are many good things against the Darkseer. You can put an Invoker on the lane against Darkseer, because Invoker is pretty strong against him. With the Cold Snap harass, you can easily lane against it. Syllabear necessarily not the best hero against Darkseer, because all you have is right click, and Darkseer is a very tanky hero. And you need lucky entangles to be able to really bring him down. Else he will just get away.
Yeah, Surge is really reliable usually. I mean, you can get unlucky, of course, but usually goes okay for him. So, wow, they're taking a lot of time here, down to 30 seconds. So, but this is a very important ban, and they're going to do a sanking, so they leave all the good heroes in on
all
purpose.
the good heroes, all the good stuff.
But the most important part, the thing I like best about the sanking is it's a hero they didn't want to ban that they knew mouz would happily pick up after they were done banning. Or after they were done picking. Because Darkseer plus sanking, we've seen it vacuum on do an epicenter with a burrow strike. Just tons of AoE damage.
Those heroes together is just a brutal initiation or counter initiation, as we saw in the mid lane when they initiated on the Darkseer. Sanking was just setting up, and then comes the vacuum, the wall, epicenter, everything just landing. But we see PGG getting his Enigma as he likes. He likes that Enigma.
It is
And
going to be Nature's
Furion.
Prophet, so...
So, not Invoker. I would probably have gone for the Invoker instead here, but Furion is a very aggressive hero and fits well into any ganking game.
I'm going
And
to go for
having
the 5
both,
jungling strat, I bet.
yeah, and having the having the 5 treants along with the Eidolons is just a good way to push. You have the melee summons and the range summons. Looks so stylish, insane.
Have you seen the special Nature's Prophet Treants before?
Yeah, the Stumpy.
Yeah, it's kind of like Stumpy.
Yeah, sorta. And they have like 6 legs or something. They have insanely many
Yeah,
legs.
and they bite and stuff. They don't have as much foliage. Limited in foliage. Who was that? I think it was Admira that had all of those. We might see it this game, actually. We'll see. He was totally decked out.
That's another hero that totally combos with Darkseer. Kunkka, of course.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. That's like the stuff of montages, where they vacuum onto a Kunkka's Torrent, and he does a boat combo, then of course they have a Shadow Fiend and maybe a Magnetar and 25 other AoE heroes and make combos happen. And they haven't had this before. They have picked Kunkka before, but they haven't put him with the Darkseer. And I don't know if they're actually expecting to win games with Kunkka, because so far it's been kind of unreliable. Are they just doing this for fun, or do they legitimately think it's going to work? Or
No, no, I think they're definitely serious about it because Conker is not a bad hero per se. He's just unreliable, as you say. You need to have a lot of confidence playing this hero, and you need to have good teamwork. But he's totally a good hero if you pull it off, but he's not that easy to utilize. Shadow Demon is the easiest way to lane him, and then Darkseer is a very good teamfight hero for Conker.
And they ban out a Lich. There have been some experimentation against a solo Lich against the dual lanes of Shadow Demon plus whatever, so that would work out. I remember the first time I saw Kunkka Shadow Demon in Dota 2, it was, I don't think it was mouz, I think it was like DTS versus EG, and I think Demon was playing the Lich, and you just got destroyed because if you get disrupted, you're caught. He's going to torrent you every single time, and as you repeat that,
Yeah.
eventually you get a kill. So
Yeah, it's either it's gonna kill you or bring all your tangos out of your stock. You will have
and sometimes you
no
can get
way
blocked
of
in all the way too.
yeah. I mean, a good Shadow Demon can just pull you down. If he's lucky, he can even get the instant block. It's happened to me several times when you get pulled down by Shadow Demon. You spawn and you stand between two illusions and cannot move. This spell needs to be reworked something, I believe, because I don't think it's supposed to be able to block without any wall or any other creep nearby. Just instant instant block. Um, but any good Shadow Demon will definitely start microing one of the illusions. Just allow Conker to get those hits in.
Yeah. Hmm. Um, yeah, it's definitely a good lane setup. Disruption is great. Do you know, by the way, how the way Tidebringer works? Let's say somebody's soul caught or soul catcher or whatever. You soul catcher on somebody, they have the bonus damage. Konka hits. His splash damage would be accelerated by the soul catcher bonus, correct?
Yeah, yeah, definitely,
Okay. Yeah.
definitely.
I had some games where that just destroyed our team. I think he was soul catching creeps, and then he would come through and you get a crit as well. He just hit everybody for 1 to
Oh yeah,
1500 damage.
that's an interesting way to do it, and that should totally work. That's legit because that boosts your splash damage total by 50%. So it's insane. Never
Throw a
thought about
medallion
doing
in there,
that
and that would
actually.
be terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
And
such small stuff too. If you think about it, it's like one spell,
it's a
one medallion, and you could just, you know.
That's the funny part about Dota. You can do small things that can change everything, as you say there. And Earthshake is being banned out would be a very good hero for M5. There aren't too many heroes that can lane. I believe they want to put the Enigma mid. If I would be M5, I would definitely put Enigma against Shadow Demon Conker. He's
Why?
the best hero to do it. Because if you put Enigma there, he can hold back the lane, and he can, in the early levels, deny with his Eidolons pretty easily. And he doesn't need to get caught. You can put a Morphling lane with a supporter there, but Earthshaker is basically the only supporter who doesn't get caught. If you put a Crystal Maiden and Morphling lane mid, as soon as CM gets pulled down, Morphling can't do shit to save her. So,
Yeah, that's true.
and with Earthshaker gone, I would definitely say that putting Enigma mid is the safest way to go about it. And also running Kunkka as a sort of carry in this game. They're gonna farm him at least. He's gonna have his Battle Fury and Lothar or whatever he wants to buy, and be the main DPS source, no doubt.
Yeah.
Along with Darkseer, of course.
And
But
with the Enigma pickup, you can also just stand with an EXP range and last it with his Eidolons as well.
yeah,
That way he doesn't have to be as scared.
Enigma is amazing against dual lanes mid, but it would leave them kind of quirky lanes, I guess. But tri-laning Morphling is so standard, so I suppose they can always do that. And
That's
have Furion on whatever lane they want. They can tri-lane off lane if they want to.
And mouz goes for their typical Clinks pick. We're going to see Black play that hero. That means we're going to have a long lane Darkseer most likely, and they will do a tri-lane, this time with the Venomancer. Last time I saw this, they had a Lesh, but this one works just as well. Now, it's going to be tough if it's up against a Morphling, because obviously, if you take a slow, the Torrent's going to land, but afterwards there will be a waveform. But any other hero on the Dire team is going to be very vulnerable to this.
Yeah.
They might, and they'll probably do a solo Clinks, I'm guessing. But if they do that
Actually-
tri-lane, they can't really do it mid, usually.
I don't know. They probably want to try lane. If M5 want to try lane, they want to do it on top, because Crystal Maiden is awesome against that Darkseer, the Frostbite. You
Yeah.
just wait and Frostbite as soon as he surges, and that will be the 2-second duration on surge on level 1 is pretty much nullified by the 1.5-second duration of level 1 Frostbite. Just want to note that 1 for free 7 will most likely pick up the Darkseer unless someone else does it. He played an amazing Darkseer at DreamHack. He just stomped the enemy team so hard. He won the game basically by himself. I don't know who it was against, but it was a really upset match. I think he had Beyond Godlike and stuff.
Gonna have a small restart from Come With Me. Go over the players really quick.
Yeah, you can start out, choose team.
Sure. For the Radiant team, on mouse, we have Black is going to be playing Clinks. We have Sing Sing on the Kunkka, 1437 on the Darkseer, Sexy Bambo on the Shadow Demon. For the Dire team, we have...
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's all yours. Go for it.
For the Dire team,
good job.
we have PTG always on that Enigma. So happy to play it. He always does this. And he plays some of the most unique Enigmas, I have to say. And I believe you would agree. He just does
Unique is
some
a good
weird
word,
plays sometimes.
yes.
Unique is the word. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Vigos is gonna play Tidehunter, and Blood Angel gonna play the Crystal Maiden. He was playing the excellent Darkseer in the last game. Admiration this time gonna play Furion, and SS gonna farm on Morphling. So he plays the same hero as last game.
And the only person I missed on the Radiant team was... That was Come With Me, right? He's playing Venom now? So.
Yeah, I think you missed someone. I just
Did I?
felt wrong.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll just do it over again. I'm sorry. I get really distracted when there's text on screen. My brain is like trying to do both at the same time. I'm just like, okay.
I could be
1437
wrong.
on the Darkseer, Sing Sing on the Kunkka, Black on the Clinks, Bambo on the Shadow Demon, and Come With Me playing Veno.
You got them. You nailed them.
Got all 5. I can count. They actually have
They're
their
just-
sponsors. Congratulations to Mouse for actually doing the good thing, putting the beautiful art on the map.
Yeah.
Kind of missed the
It's,
Mario Bambo image, but
It's probably the defense guy who does the artwork for all the different teams who
oh, does he really?
was in the defense. Yeah, he did the flags and everything for our team and for all the teams in the defense.
Oh, I see.
A very nice guy from Join Dota.
Cool.
With contact from Join Dota. They could have done it themselves too, but it looks like his work.
So I think we're just waiting for the Dire team to give the go-ahead. We have Nature's
Yeah.
Prophet disconnected currently, and it's going to be someone
Enigma.
else also disconnecting.
I don't know. They could be having some LAN issues or whatever, but
Huh.
we'll see. Probably just something with hotkeys or something like that. It's every time you switch computer. I know they didn't switch from the last game, but every time you switch computer at Cybersports Arena, you have to set up your hotkeys over again and so on.
Really? That'd be terrible.
Yeah, so when we were playing a tournament there, we had to play on 6 different computers each, like through the tournament. It was a bit weird, but of course these guys are playing on stage, so then there's only 10 stage computers. And they have a really nice thing on LAN. If you are in Ukraine, you should totally go to Cybersports Arena when they hold these events, because it's so awesome. They have a big like cinematic screen behind the players, so you can see the caster's view. Then they have in front of each player who are sitting on a stage. In front of each player, you can see his screen on a pretty big wide screen. So you can see every individual player, what they are doing, what they are watching. It's amazing.
That's
It's
really
just
cool.
so good for observing.
When were you there in Kiev?
That was like last August or something. I don't know. ICS 9 at least. Which is pretty long ago now, but it was really fun. It was a Dota 1 event, so just before the Dota 2 switch.
Okay, so there's some great cosmetic items in the game, by the way. Kunkka, of course. Sing Sing has pretty much everything. Dire Team, there's Admir. He is playing the Nature's Prophet, so...
Vegas.
And Vegas
He's got
especially. That looks awesome. I love the little red eye in the dinosaur. In the hero
he got
portrait.
a red
It's
eye.
really good. He's got some weird bone club, or awesome jawbone club that I've actually never seen before.
Oh,
Never
yeah.
even
It's
spotted
kind
that.
of cool. He doesn't have any cool... Or does he? Does he have any cool
He's got the
thing in
mine
his right? Okay.
in his left hand. So he's missing 2
I
spots.
can't.
I don't know what they are.
can't scroll. By the way, I have this disabled, so I can't
Oh, do you?
zoom down, and I can't scroll sideways. I guess you can't scroll sideways anyway, but
Can you?
I have disabled all that because in game it's so amazing to never accidentally scroll.
I never, you with mouse wheel, I never scroll with mouse wheel myself.
No,
Accidentally.
but no, I never. I just feel I did it sometimes because of my hotkeys on the mouse. I have hotkeys for the items, so I just don't wanna mess
Wait, you
mess
have a
things
hotkey
up.
on your mouse wheel?
Not on the mouse wheel, but there's a button that just messes it up.
I see.
But that's why I deactivated it. M5 trying to pull strat. I don't know. I had this interesting theory about Syllabare, what you can do. Um, if you put Syllabare on solo mid, you put a tri-lane on top lane
Unsafe.
as
What side are
dire.
you talking about? As dire. Okay.
As dire, you have a tri-lane on top and Syllabare mid, and then you have a Chen in your own jungle. Okay.
Okay.
So you leave the off lane completely, and then you have a Syllabare running down to the bottom lane between the tier 1 and tier 2 tower, pulling the creep wave, stacking it 3 times, pulling it into mid, and when the creep wave comes, then you pull in 2 heroes from top with AoE spells and just kill them. That way you kind of deny the enemy team. They can't push bottom lane because they have no creeps, and you are farming and completely dominating your top lane, and you can push
Sounds very
really hard.
interesting. Sounds very
It
dependent
wasn't.
on shutting down the bear, though. If they can kill
It's an
the.
interesting strat, but a good enemy team, the conclusion we made is a good enemy team will time a gank on the mid lane when you have like 20 creeps there from the pool,
Yeah.
and it's just too risky because they can tower dive like shit through that. So it's dangerous.
Sounds very interesting, though. It's always cool to see stuff like that. Like, I remember the
Well,
first time I saw Nietzsche
yeah.
Prophet do that with Triance. I was like, what is going on? That's
Yeah.
really interesting.
It's just something you can do with Syllabare, to just stack it like 3 times and pulling it away. My first idea was to have Syllabare on off lane and pulling the creeps to mid lane to support the mid lane, but then I realized, why would I not want the experience for myself as Syllabare? So then my natural flow of mind is just to put Syllabare mid and pull the creeps to him, and he can get massive experience, which we tried in Clan War sometimes, and it actually worked that I got insane experience, but it takes some practice to pull the creeps in the right way and not get ganked meanwhile. I managed to get ganked right before the creeps came to my pull, and that meant that all the creeps that almost were to mid lane turned around and went to bottom lane like a 4 stack of wave. So
Why do you stack them up 4 times? Like, why do you juggle so many waves to do it?
because else you just pull one creep wave at a time, and if you do that, then the enemy team can still push on that bottom lane.
Because
and
the
you have
bear
no
obviously can't transmit
you have
them
no.
between mid in that time period, right?
Exactly, and you have no hero to defend on bottom lane, because the idea of it is the enemy team wants to push bottom lane, right? So you pull the creeps away from it, and they cannot push. It's pretty simple, and also they have to full tank the creeps, which is always annoying. You have to just tank all the damage that a creep wave would absorb. But anyway, it's experimental, and I don't think it's imba or good anyway. It's just things you can do. You should always be creative.
Yeah, that's true. And for those of you guys that's asking, it's actually 1 point for Moscow 5, so if they take the win, there's Team Morphling over here. If Morphling gets really carried, and they win, they go to the finals. So Mouse has to win this game, period. They're going to have arguably better carry potential, maybe, with a Klink's Kunkka. I don't know. I feel like Morphling could probably pick off more kills. I think
I feel that Mouse have better late game, probably. But Tide is a big factor as well. He can just set up the kills so easily for Morphling. As soon as he has a Blink Dagger on Tide, he can just get in there, initiate, and Morphling can shotgun people.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Feels like the Mouse lineup looks better to me, because Darkseer, again, Darkseer's Darkseer, man. He's super strong, and Black Glove's playing that Fletcher. Toby wants to cast this, asking for a remake.
Apparently, Nature Prophet's reconnecting now. I think Versuta already said, Casper already said no.
I guess it's their decision, so
Yeah.
we'll just sit and wait.
We'll see what happens. We're still waiting on one more reconnect from PGG. If PGG gets back in, I'm sure they'll probably start here.
Let's hope they solved all their technical issues or whatever.
Yep.
Seems like it.
There's reconnect, so we may start.
And we're gonna have a game, and let's see what lanes are gonna be, because I'm gonna say that M5 are gonna put the tri-lane top and Enigma mid, but I'm not certain this is what's gonna happen. Darkseid should be top. The Shadow Demon and Conker will be mid. Fletcher and Venomancer on bottom lane.
You think they're going to do a
Venomancer.
support Venom on the bottom? They're not going to do Shard
Yeah.
lane?
No, I think it's gonna be bottom and pulling, getting some farm.
Maybe if they had a solid stun. If it was a stun here, maybe with like the Leshrac
Yeah.
last time they did this, they would try lane it. But it's probably not really worth it. You're right. Especially if it's a
They
morph
don't
lane.
need him.
Gale won't do anything. So
They don't need him mid. He's not gonna change anything. Shadow Demon and Conker is already stronger at killing than CM and Morphling are. And a Venomancer is just gonna stand around and make them play more passive and dominate other lanes, so I feel he should definitely go bottom lane and pull, get some farm up. It's always nice on Venomancer.
well, Smoke to sea level one being purchased. So they are going to swing towards the top lane at the moment. It's going to be Darkseid going first with Sing Sing. Venomancer as well. They're going to go drop some wards down. PGG being good-mannered? What is this?
Oh my god,
What is
PGG
this?
saying good luck. This
He didn't wait till he got a kill first to
we
say
have
good
it on
luck.
tape. We have it on tape.
PGG officially a nice guy. And there's little Treants, these little dudes.
Oh my god. Look at the Stumpy on the Radiant team. His eyes are purple. I've seen the yellow ones, but purple
Oh yeah,
ones.
yeah. Mouse has a purple one. I think I saw an EG one where the two front two front branches are blue. They were looking for a blue courier because EG is obviously blue. But it's actually kind of cool. If you grabbed one of those, you're like, oh, I just got some random small chance at a mythical courier. You'd say, well, might as well give it to a pro team who's going to use it every game and be on stream, and you could be like, I gave the courier to EG. It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, of course. It's gonna be respect.
And the Dire team has mechanical ones, so I've seen a mechanical one with a cloud too, something like that. I feel like I've seen a colored mechanical one. But some teams just use boring couriers, and it makes me really angry. Like,
So
spend the $7, make your courier awesome.
they didn't lane at all as I would predict, but it's still gonna be good. They have tri-lane on off-lane. They can definitely shut down that Fletcher, which is probably their intention, to keep him low farmed.
Oh,
He's
you're
very
talking
weak
Moscow 5.
against.
I see.
Yeah, he's very weak against this this kind of pressure in the early game. Look at that early sentry. Did they remove a ward with that?
I don't
No.
believe so. Venomancer has the
No.
other one, so that was just a random ward. They just wanted to make sure that they weren't going to be spotted. So they're going to have a lot of burst damage. We'll most likely see Crystal Maiden pick up Frostbite first. Against a solo Clinks, if you Frostbite somebody, they are not invisible when they go invisible until the Frostbite duration goes off. So it can give them a chance to get the kill. But they will have good burst damage, and Black's showing himself. He's going to look right at Tide. Take that, Tide. It's okay, he's got a shell, dude. Won't do anything. So the Sentry Wood's not really going to be usable here, and mid lane's going to be a dual lane out of Mouse at the moment. Venomancer actually spending some time in the jungle, and he's going to find Admir.
He's really strong in the early game, of course, Venomancer. He can run around here because they realize the tri-lane is spot, so mid lane is going to be highly pressured, especially with the Illuroon.
Yeah, it's very nice to have. It's an
So
extra
they're
60%
going to
damage.
look to deal some damage on the tier 1 tower mid. But,
Treant's scary, chasing after Venomancer here.
yeah, scary.
Reminds me of Halloween, those little guys. 4-3-7
They do.
actually pulls the wave back, and he's going to kill this with an Ion Shell. You can do this pretty easily with the Tango. Ion Shell obviously does some good damage output, and he gets solely experience in every single last hit that
He's
way.
gonna hijack the lane pretty much all the time, I would suspect, against this Enigma. Making the Enigma have to solo tank all the creeps.
And Admir actually almost died mid, has to pop a salve up. He got disrupted plus Torrent. Sing Sing is going to be maxing Torrent first. I've seen him do this build before. He'll be picking up Tidebringer now, of course. Actually, barely misses the Nature's Prophet, but he's only got 3 tangos left, so he's going to try to pick up a fast Urn and then use this to gank on the side lanes, possibly against Black as well.
So, yeah, I'm just watching Black on Fletcher. He's not having too much fun. This pressure on the bottom lane. Sure, he can leech experience and so on, but this is not where a Fletcher wants to be.
And 1437, we'll see how much EXP he picks up. Oh, he accidentally pulled the melee creep with the 1 Ion Shell without any other creeps. That's kind of funny. It does not happen very often. Tidehunter finds an invis, and this is not spotted out by the raiding team, actually. They don't have wards on this position. The other ward, I believe, is still on the Venomancer.
Wow,
So
that could be
he
big.
could maybe get a gush off on Clinks. Maybe he can spot him out, block him in, get a follow-up.
He has the sentry, so
Ooh, that's true.
this is dangerous. This is dangerous for Black. He could definitely go down.
But he's
It's
sitting
only
pretty
a
far
level
back.
1 windwalk. It doesn't give a lot of movement speed. It's 11%. But he's being careful, trying to just leech the experience. He knows something is up. And
Especially with
wow,
Morphling
yeah,
moving like that.
Morphling revealing the entire first blood attempt. I think Black should know that there's an Invis tide now, because Morphling, if you run across the wave like that, just tanking creeps, then the enemy team knows.
Yeah, you have to be very subtle with your movements like that. It's very tough.
So that's why we see Black being so far back, and now that Tide shows himself, he knows it's safe to come up a little bit. And the first Sentry Ward is gonna go down. He's gonna see this as well. Always an animation when it dies.
Yeah, you see the little ground explosion thing. Just a tiny little thing. PG is actually in the jungle now. He went to a small camp. Kind of worried about this Darkseer plus Venomancer combo. But if he does get Galed, it would be pretty dangerous. Darkseer's HP pretty big. Oh, he's gonna get Galed though. He has a lot of Eidolons at least. He's gonna throw Malefist. There's a TP coming. Surgeon forward. There's the Ion Shell damage. Crystal Maiden is gonna do the Frost Nova. Can they grab the first blood? It's gonna be close. Dire Courier gets killed. I don't know where that was, but there's a TP from Admir as well. Come with me. He's going to get picked off. That's first blood going down.
Wow, first blood for a courier? That's almost worth it for mouz.
Is that where the courier group killed it? Was it Benno?
Darkseer killed it, and it was, yeah.
Oh, looks like Enigma got a soul ring though. So was it transferring the soul ring? I assume that's what was happening.
Enigma got his item, but the courier still died to Darkseer's right click.
Going with the extra bottom now. SS taking some damage. Gets Galed, is going to waveform away.
Yeah, both his supporters TP'd away, so Venomancer is doing the right thing here, just coming down and harassing him, realizing that he can almost bring him down. But, of course, he has Morph, so...
Maybe if Black actually pursued this, could have gotten him. He could have wasted at least some of his mana, but trading that for last hits is probably not worth it at this point.
Risking like 4 last hits to chase after a possible kill is...
Especially when he's behind, when he's already had a rough early game.
He's so happy to catch up now.
He misses quite a few last hits. I saw him miss at least 2 there.
He's too happy. So happy, man.
Too excited for his last hit. Finally get last hits.
So many creeps.
Yeah.
And
we've done that
still
before.
a Sentry Ward on Vigos. He's being very conservative with placing it. He's just keeping it in his inventory. That's very good. Because Fletcher has to be careful because he knows that there is a sentry on him. And it's not like they have to figure out where Fletcher is. It's pretty straightforward. He's on the lane. So
I like how Blood Angel was sitting mid for a bit while there was no one there. You might as well grab the EXP since nobody else is. Going to weird build though. He's got 2 levels of Arcane Aura, which we almost never even see 1 level of Arcane.
That is so long ago since I saw this.
Yeah.
Or we actually saw it in the video that the guy linked, but yeah. In the current scene, I would say pretty much no one does this skill build.
Yeah.
And his team isn't too mana intensive. I mean, sure, Enigma, but he has Emo Ring. And Furion doesn't care too much against TP base.
Especially when he's solo in a lane.
This is a weird decision, I would say. I think it would have been so much better to just skill the Nova and deal the damage. Or just a bite to hold the Fletcher for a longer duration. The pressure is being applied to a bottom lane tower, and yeah, this tower looks like it should go down. Is there a TP on Darkseer? No,
yeah, there is. Catapult as well, but he might be getting ganked. Actually, he's going for a kill on PGG here. Almost a disruption on top. Might be a dive bottom though. A couple more right clicks and tower
goes to
Venomancer ward. Okay, he was thinking about it, but that was a level 1 ward. That would have been insane.
It's hard.
Didn't happen. So bot tower goes down. That's going to be a nice accomplishment for them. PGG almost getting dived on top, but Bambo there to cover as well. Going max disruption with Soul Catcher. He's going to Malefist. Here comes the TP actually. He wants to fight it. There's the Black Hole. Catches both. Crystal Maiden's going to follow up with the Frostbite here. Great Frost Nova to start things off. And he wants Bambo. Actually, Gush is getting the last hit. A little surprised he Frostbit the Shadow Demon. Not on the Darkseer, but there's the TP as well. He's going to try to TP out, but he doesn't have the damage.
Wow. Nice Black Hole though. Really holding him in place. I feel if Tide could have gotten that Gush off on Darkseer, it would have been probably a double kill. But nevertheless, bottom lane.
Whiffed Gale. Completely missed.
Yeah.
That's really rough stuff.
It feels like now that the tower is gone, perhaps Black can just back his lane and get some time to farm here. If he does this correctly, he can control the lane very nicely. And Morphling will actually have no place to farm.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem with taking those really early towers like that, is that Black can just control the creep wave.
The gold you get is
worth
it though.
Yeah, if you continue the pushing as well. And they're actually going to do that. They're going to shift top. PGG was already up here. He's got level 3 Eidolons and Admir TPs, and now they're right-clicking. So despite Admir not having that much farm, he only has 4 last hits, by the way. He does have a kill, but just an urn with the boots. And regardless, he's actually picking up farm and contributing to the team. Can we see Deny? 4037 surges forward. He's going to think about vacuuming it, but there's the Torrent. Sing Sing has already, it's actually on cooldown for both. Great Sprout as well, but Blood Angel is going to die from this one.
Well, that's a weak, like, just losing a CM, that's not a big loss. And they're instantly TPing mid with Fury, trying to push an outer lane. His summon treants is off cooldown again. But there's going to be a lot of heroes trying to meet this, and Tide, be careful, man. He has sentries and dust.
Does Sprout. Oh, there's Sprout, come with me. Might get some right clicks. Dodges the Gale once again. Come with me, missing Gales all over the place. But he gets disabled. One disruption. Oh, he eats a Torrent though. Soul Catcher as well. A couple more right clicks. He's going to get picked off. Great Soul Catcher from Bamboo there. Helps out a whole lot. Vacuum as well in PGG. Getting some more damage. There's the Vacuum. Buys him some time. Needs to get slowed or he's dead. And there's the right click. Darkseer gets it. There's a boat as well. Gale. Oh, good Frostbite. Gets the last hit. And now Vigas chasing. But no mana. He's not going to be able to get 60 Bamboo here. 60 Bamboo. Clarity Potions abound. He had 3 there. And Sing Sing goes phase this game with a bottle. Similar to what he did all the other games as well. I think he's going to go for a Lothars. He was doing Lothars with a phase bottle, and then he would go into a Daedalus. But didn't really get much past that when the last game ended that I cast.
Okay. Well, basically the phase boots is really the best boots on this hero. Because you want to have... You only hit once every 4th second in a team fight. You don't stand and right click someone that much as Kunkka. So you want to be a one-shot power machine. You want to have as high damage as possible and as low attack speed as possible. Not necessarily low, but attack speed means pretty much nothing to you compared to damage.
Unless you have like 4 Battle Furies, then it's cool.
Yeah, then you can perhaps start having attack speed, but up until then, I mean, Lothar and Battle Fury is just gonna deal that insane splash damage, and it's just a one hit. And then you wait and you deal another hit in 4 seconds.
Not to mention that sometimes positioning is so huge with him. You have to get up to the creeps, you have to initiate and get the hit off to get yourself on cooldown so you can hit again in 4 seconds. So.
And the ship and the torrent from the right locations and so on. Yeah, it's a precision hero very much. He's very fun to play in that manner, and here he goes picking up the Claymore. So it's going to be a early Lothar, I would say, because Battle Fury early on is not that useful. Lothar is going to give him survivability, initiation, everything he wants. The only bad thing is having 2 Invis heroes in the team.
Yeah, the mana regen can be nice, but you can pretty much cover all of his mana needs just with a bottle alone, so you don't really need a Battle Fury usually. It used to be the really common build, actually. It was for a long time, it was the go-to for Kunkka, was to at least get 1 Battle Fury, possibly 2, but you won't see it this time.
1 Battle Fury is still good to get. You can still buy it after your Lothar, I feel, because it does increase your splash a lot. And it's really useful, and we see Smoke Gang coming into the Radiant jungle trying to find off Fletcher, who's low on mana.
Ooh, does get Malphite, Gush as well.
But it's too late.
Comes the Frostbite. Actually, Crystal Mage is going to pop her ulti there. The slow beat applied is huge there, and they grab the last hit. She used Frostbite and then the ulti, and actually she has 3 levels in Arcane right now.
And top lane, they're diving for Fjorn, but Darkseid realizes he's pretty much way too deep. Here comes the Crystal Maiden. She doesn't have the range for...
Oh,
wow, everyone is trying to catch him.
Sprout to not work. Oh, he's gonna go aggressive actually.
Yeah, he's gonna go. But
he's aggressive, man. Ring of Health, Soul Ring with a Stout Shield, so 9 mana per second plus a wand. Instead, they're gonna try to take the mid tower. Now, if 1437 can come out here and vacuum a couple people onto a torrent, that would be huge.
Mouse needs some towers, really need it.
Kunkka
And they
does
get it
get
on
it.
Sing Sing. This
Big
is the
pickup.
perfect scenario.
Yeah, it's gonna get him much closer to that Lothars. Or that Shadow
Yeah,
Blade.
so much closer. So much closer.
Right.
And this is huge. Having an early Shadow Blade is gonna make a huge difference. And it basically, the thing with Kunkka is when you run an early Shadow Blade, you can kill all the supporters with basically 1 or 2 hits. And even the tanky heroes are gonna take a lot of damage, especially Morphling, who's going for a very weak HP build with almost everything into agility.
Yeah.
He's going Perseverance though, not the Shotgun. Shotgun.
Really? And this early too. It's not very effective really. It doesn't have a
He has
bottle
a
either.
Quilla.
No wand yet.
So,
And an
it's gonna
Aquila.
be Linken's, I guess.
Huh.
I guess it's gonna be early Lincolns, but perhaps against the X Mark disruption, yeah, it could be good. I can see why he would do this, but mm,
Or demonic
it's
purge.
always hard to say. The morphling item builds, it's hard to argue what's better and what's worse.
Yeah, it definitely is. Well, it's a smoke from Vigos as well as the Crystal Maiden. I'd also like to point out that PG really likes Arcane Boots on Enigma. One of the very few Enigmas that I ever see grab anything other than Treads. It's almost always Treads, but he likes Arcane Boots and a Soul Ring, which is going to
Yeah.
completely cover his mana problems.
He always has so much mana, but I also saw Come With Me playing a similar Enigma off lane, and he was dominating a Fletcher. This was
Really?
a really weird game. Against Terror, I think.
Huh.
And he had really early mana boots and emo ring. And you have to check the game if you didn't see it, because he was off lane Enigma and he was dominating a Fletcher who had backup from Furion or something from Woods. I don't know. It was wrong. Fletcher died like 3 times in the first 6 minutes or something.
Oh, wow.
It was, yeah, he was the strongest hero on the map basically on Enigma.
Interesting.
So the game was weird. All I'm saying.
No, Darkseer does have his Vanguard finished on the bot lane. Now he's very tanky, especially the Dire team. If you look at some of their heroes, Eidolon damage is a pretty big component of Enigma's early hits, as is Nature's Prophet as well. So if you can block some of that damage, it's going to help out a lot. I mean, Morphling, it's going to be a while until Morphling can do a lot of burst damage. He's pretty much limited to waveform right now. His attacks are decent, but they're not that amazing. So if they can get tanky on mouz, I think these first couple team fights are going to be pretty great for them. Vigos gets Galed though. Does gush on Venno. There's the vacuum. Catches 3. No sprout yet.
Just slowing them
Ooh,
down.
another
Venom's
slow.
there.
He's gonna get caught now. There's the sprout.
They
Couple
wanna
more
save
follow-ups.
him,
Oh, the wow, big ravage from Vigos, but it only catches Venomancer surprisingly. Malphus on 1437 is gonna burn a lot of his surge here. And third one's gonna proc. Actually, he barely got anywhere out of that. Now the Nature's Prophet TP's in. Couple more clicks. One disruption from Bambo trying to help, but the black hole actually catches both of them. Do they realize? Here comes the torrent. Here comes the boat. Vigos is gonna die from this one. Oh, the vacuum! Great play there, and a couple more right clicks as Admir gets dropped. 1437 is not dead, and Demonic Purge is used on Enigma. So they will try to get this last kill. He does not have enough for a
Morphling is
torrent,
behind
though.
them, but they're just gonna try to rotate around here and get back. Even smoking Sexy Bambo, trying to get out. He knows he's out of position. Probably a pretty nice smoke, because he can just run the river way or or just run around like this.
Just did a circle. I think he would have been fine without the smoke, but better safe than sorry there. Because you will have better vision than them during the daytime, so... Crystal
Better
Lane
safe
finds the
than
illusion.
sorry, I would say. To use a smoke to survive. I know it's a long cooldown, but dying is bad. And dying to the enemy carry who comes behind you, that's even worse. So
Not a good thing.
it's worth it.
There's the Shadow Blade for Sing Sing. He doesn't actually have any bottle charges though, so he's going to send that back there. We just saw Crystal Maiden take the illusion, so he definitely needs some mana. If he would have had a torrent in that last chase there, he might have been able to pick up that last kill, but was unable to do so. So, a lot of Moscow 5 heroes in the jungle now. PGG, no regen, essentially, just the Soul Ring. He might be going straight Blink Dagger. He's got 1600
Wow,
right now.
Bigos mid lane. Just
Must have
getting
missed that one.
destroyed by the Shadow Demon and Conquer combination. Actually, Venomancer was there, but he was totally not needed. The Shadow Blade dealing damage.
Is that a torrent with the Shadow Blade hit?
I don't believe he even used his Shadow Blade to hit there.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not sure. But the Torrent and Shadow Demon Disruption, just too much damage. The fact that you stand still for the Torrent duration and get hit by your illusions is just a very nice way to add to the damage, so to say.
Yeah, and he's
And
got a
the
couple
DD
points
room.
into it too, so it's not the end of the world. Oh, the DD's gonna be so
He
good.
gets a bottle right when, or he gets his bottle back right when the DD rune spawns.
That's really
So-
lucky. So, an extra
Next team
200
fight
mana.
would be very dangerous. For,
Yeah, that's true.
Moscow 5.
So he's going to be splashing that damage across everybody every 4 seconds if he's orientated right, which I
Yeah.
expect he will be. And Moscow 5 will try to maybe defend the spot tower.
Unless they manage to focus him really hard, but the danger is that then you will allow heroes like Darkseer to move around freely, and it's even worse to get a good vacuum on you. So they definitely have issues on who to focus. And again, a smoke. Very aggressive with the smoke gangs in this game.
They have a lot of
Both-
sentries as well. They're
both
really worried
teams-
about Clinks.
Yeah, both. But there is a sentry ward. Do they want to go this way?
Depends.
Oh man, they're gonna
Vigos is
reveal.
there. Oh, they haven't?
Yeah, they're revealed now.
Alright.
And Vigos just back
Yep, he saw him. He saw him.
backing some.
Pings like crazy, they realize.
And what M5 are doing right now is just abusing the time to farm take all the farm they can right now. They did see the CM in the mid tower and she under a 5-man ganger.
Oh, there's the
Just-
vacuum. She looks pretty dead.
Yeah, and Morphling TPing, but this is a
They
bad
might want to
TP.
fight this. Yeah, he's going to waveform out. Torrent almost caught him there. Bambo gets caught by Idolonzo. Bambo's in a lot of trouble. He's trying to put down his ulti, or he disrupts himself. Good choice. Going to buy him some time. He actually
Nice
dodges. Oh, the last Malefic lands up hitting him. There's the boat. Doing the damage split as well. But the boat is dodged. Look for the black hole. PG's thinking about it. He's getting ready. Takes some damage from black. Here comes a possible vacuum as well. No Ravage used just yet, but he can use it. Torrent's going to miss again. And they just walk away from it. So only 2 heroes dying there. Crystal Maiden and the Shadow Demon. So an even trade on support heroes.
Yeah, and I think M5 should be more than happy with that. They actually got the Darkseer ulti off as well, so they have all their ultis, but Darkseer doesn't have his. That's a big part as well. And Smoke Gang is again revealed by Sentry Wards.
This time on a
So
Morphling illusion. That's a really unfortunate way to get revealed.
Yeah, it's like this guy here is Smoke, and I like this decision. Go for the Roshan. And the enemy team is scared of the Smoke Gang right now, but that means they can't see the Roshan being taken.
Yeah,
Now they see it because they had a ward, just barely seeing
well,
CM.
they saw
going
Crystal
place.
Maiden, but they're not really moving that much. They're still sitting mid right now. I don't think they could even defend it though in time.
They didn't realize, and they have to stay together. They feel because else they will get Smoke Gang. Now they realize.
Bambo's gonna check and he's gonna be like, oh, man, if he would have
legs.
killed that with a level 1 Shadow Poison, would have been epic.
Yeah, that would
Nothing.
be.
So Aegis up
weird.
on Morphling. Now he's 75 gold away from his Lincoln Sphere being finished. Still doesn't have a wand, actually. Very surprising. Almost every single Morphling grabs at least the wand. And I guess they want to push. Treants respond. They still have Black Hole. They still have Ravage, so they definitely can teamfight pretty well. But they have to worry about that vacuum plus the Sing Sing's combo. He picks up a broadsword, so he is going to be going for a Battle Fury. No, I'm sorry, it's going to be Crystallis. Pretty sure it's going to be Crystallis again.
On who? On
Sing Sing on Kunkka. Here comes the vacuum. There's a surge forward. Torrent's gonna miss actually, but pulls Crystal Maiden in. Does mini stunner. There's the Gale as well. She pops her ulti instead, but so far not the best initiation
Here comes
ever.
the
And
boat.
there's the heal. The boat comes through. Gonna land on just Crystal Maiden again, and still no Ravage from Vigos. He's waiting very patiently. 437
No
gets
far
out.
hits.
There's the blink in. Whoa, Black Hole hesitation there, but does catch Black and Bambo. There's the waveform. Disruption is gonna buy him some time, but Bambo is down. Vigos pops his Ravage. Black goes invisible. He was actually disrupted before the dust was used, I think. But a Gale on PGG as Sing Sing picks up the kill. Breaks that invis, and now SS is the guy to pick off. There's the vacuum, buys him some time. Wall Replica also used more right clicks. He's trying to morph strength to be close though. Sing Sing's looking for the torrent. He's actually trying to bait it. He was hoping for a
double
waveform there.
damage rune is laying there in the far.
He survives the power of Morphling. Actually, oh, that was Admir saving. I was like,
Yeah.
what? Sloppy
Just
frog.
saying, look at the M5 really using their teamfight capacity here with the Aegis on Morphling as well as the Lincolns. He cannot be focused down that easily. And the big spells from Enigma and Tide just make them control the teamfight, even against the Darkseer. And really impressed by how M5 took this fight. Despite Enigma dying, it was a good trade for them. They got Shadow Demon as well as Clinks, so good kills.
His black hole was definitely slightly hesitated there. It was like, do
Yeah,
I
but-
want a black hole? But it still worked out.
It still worked, and the Tide ulti and Enigma Black Hole complemented each
Yeah.
other so well.
Yeah, that's really
That-
true. Shadow
yeah, I mean,
Demon's
you
disruption
can't
was a
really
big
do
deal
that.
too.
Yeah, it's a good.
I think it saved
the
black
Shadow
from the
Demon
Ravage.
disruption saves them very nicely.
Yeah. Once somebody gets initiated on, just disrupt the carry. Give him 2.5 seconds to buy some time.
Yeah, and the illusions deal very nice damage, as
Yeah, that's
pointed
true.
out.
Yeah, especially his ulti also gives him damage to the base stats. So that actually applies to the illusions, I think.
The what ulti?
The Death Pact increases his primary stat or his primary damage.
Oh,
So that means
I don't
illusions.
think it worked.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Why doesn't it give him a set
quite
number
certain.
then? I don't know.
I'm
We
quite
have to do
certain
that.
it won't work with illusions. Otherwise, it would be very nice with Manta style.
That's true. That's a good point. Maybe this is some secret Clinks thing that we just discovered.
It's a status buff, so I would doubt that it really transfers to your illusions. But we'll see M5 trying to push top now some, setting up with Enigma and CM coming up here along with the carry. Furin can of course always TP there, and he has the mech, the urn. He has everything the early game Furion needs, And just checking. Some more wards coming out on Tide. Has the ward bug been fixed yet?
Which
No?
bug? Oh, that you can buy unlimited or something?
Yeah. There's no limit on the buying of wards. I think
It looks like it
I
is.
think it's still not. I don't know if it's fixed or not.
Well, looks like there's cooldown for the dire team, so I'm assuming
yeah, that's
BG
true.
comes forward actually. Takes
Yeah, it's
some Iron
fixed.
Shell though.
That's nice.
Darkseer's really farmed again. This time Vanguard, Soaring, Arcane with a hood, so he's gonna make Pipe next. He was so tanky the last team fight. He was standing in the middle of the entire enemy team for a very long time.
It's a super tanky hero. Look at this armor for a strength hero with no armor item.
With no
8
agility.
armor is. Yeah, he has no agility, but he starts with very high armor. I don't know if he has 6 start armor. I don't know, perhaps
Maybe
6 or 5.
something like that, yeah.
It's insanely high, and along with a stout shield, and in this case a Vanguard, you can block so much of the incoming damage.
Yeah.
Especially against a hero like Morphling, who hits a lot, repeatedly. It's very good.
So if we check out Klinks right now, he does have a Treads, he's got an Orchid as well as a Basilius, and a Wand, so he can actually fight in team fights, but he's died twice with 1 assist. He's got 113 last hits, but that means that his GPM is not sitting as high as it could be perhaps. 328, I've seen higher, and he hasn't got any ganks
Kanka is
off,
probably
so.
the main... I mean, Kanka is the main carry in this team by far now, because he has such a good game.
Yeah, he's had
in comparison.
3-0 and 4.
And,
That's a big deal on a Kunkka too. If you can get ahead of your opponents like that.
His
Makes a
level
big
is... He's level 12, so he's out-leveling everyone except Morphling, which is definitely okay for him. And a smoke gang coming in again. They smoked in mid. And I
Like
don't think
explain to the
anyone saw
jungle.
this gang, and no sentry wards this time.
Man, you're really right. Bambo is just sending Treants everywhere here.
Yeah,
I've seen
I'm
so
telling
many.
you, he's so diligent about his treants. He probably heard me. Well, I mean, this time it's admiration, but
Oh,
Sexy
it's him,
Bambo.
sorry. Yeah, yeah. He's on the
Yeah,
raiding team.
Sexy Bambo when he plays Furin, he does the same thing. And admiration, as I said last game as well, he's a good player. And
Ooh, Black
top
does.
lane,
He's
they're
getting
gonna
behind
set up on
PGG.
this Enigma.
He does have a Blink Dagger, so if anybody can do damage to him, there it is. Plague Ward did the damage, now he's in
Dama's
trouble.
Ward.
There's the sounds. Good TP attempt. Didn't even need to disrupt. And you could,
They grabbed the mid tower for it.
that's pretty good at least.
Yeah, M5 doing a little bit of a trade, and I think they could defend this top pretty easily if they want to. And pressure isn't even being applied that quickly. Now it is.
Yep, they could take
They're
the tier
gonna go
2.
for. They're gonna go for a counter push. Interesting.
Well, how fast can they kill it is the question. They do have Klinks, the master of backdooring towers, and actually the raiding their dive team's also TPing, this time Vigos. So I guess that was kind of weird. That was like the switcheroo.
It's
That
a
was-
really good trade for Mouse, though. They brought down this tower to deny range. It does get denied. Oh yeah. Some hesitation by Vigos, but it does get denied, but it's still a win for Mouse because the map advantage they have now. No one can TP to the top, and that's so huge for Fletcher. He can gang around in the enemy woods now, and no one can TP around to save him.
That's true. That's a very good point. And that's exactly what he's doing right now.
Yeah, he's just looking for kills, and they have the ward advantage as well. They're being dewarded now, sadly, and I hope he doesn't run up to a deward.
Crystal Maiden looks dead. This is not good for her.
Oh yeah.
Sing Sing picks
What
it
do
up,
you do
4
there?
kills.
Blood Angel just trying to get that center ward out, I guess.
Yeah, who knows? Sentry was
alright.
placed. But with another kill on Sing Sing, he's now up to 2,400 gold. He's actually very close to his Daedalus. That's when things get
Yeah.
super scary, because he's going to be able to
It-
crit for 250%, I think.
He's
Yeah.
gonna deal insane damage, is what we can say at least. It's
Mhm.
gonna. The crit is also. It just deals so much damage on your splash. Since it's based on the one you're hitting, and then deals that damage to everyone. If you hit a creep who doesn't have any armor virtually, then that's gonna deal a lot of damage to heroes who would block a lot of the damage if he hits them. Darkseer being a bit focused down here, but
I was
They-
actually 2
they don't
TPs
wanna-
forced.
yeah, they don't want to make. They have a nice ward seeing the TPs.
Ooh, they got
He's
PGG.
got a
There's the
chance.
wall as well. Can they disrupt somebody or ulti? Sing Sing, nothing. There's the
Trying to
surge on Bambo. They're really hesitating here. They're a little worried about going in.
Yeah,
Enigma's going to
both
scout
teams-
things,
Venomancer, come with me, is going for the
Oh, man.
balls deep rotation around all this. And look at Black, just searching for that crystal Nathan.
I think he must have seen him there. He ran pretty close. Maybe he's
Yeah,
up
he
on the
saw
high
him.
ground.
I'm surprised he didn't go, but he
Oh,
wants
he wants to creep
to
first.
fill up his damage. Yeah,
Kill
he's
this.
gonna kill off this one. Very good. You should always clean up after yourself, else you get no.
Yeah.
You don't get a new big creep after that.
And your roommates hate you.
Yeah,
You don't do dishes, man.
you have to
Do
clean
dishes.
up. And here's gonna come a D-ward from Crystal Man. This could be his death.
This is gonna be great. Kill the sentry. Yes. Wow.
Oh,
Klink's really. Man.
Thinks he's careful. He's so careful.
And he's gonna miss the kill now. Here comes the TP, and he knows immediately. He's like, oh, no, already gone. Yeah, he's playing overly careful. I think he still doesn't have a kill here.
Yeah,
But
he should. Since he's running around this long. But then again, as we said, the main carry in this game is the Conker, who almost has his Daedalus. Klink's is more here to keep the enemy team at bay, making this CMTP home to base. Is pretty much as good as killing her. Almost. At least it gives the room to for Kunkka to farm. And after killing this stack, he's just 200 gold away from completing it.
and he may go purchase
That's a
that now.
very, very quick Lothar and Daedalus.
Yeah.
Insane.
28 minutes on the Kunkka. The important part is that he hasn't been getting killed.
Yeah.
Makes a huge deal.
He doesn't have unreasonable CS, and he doesn't have super good stats. He just has a good game, and he hasn't died. Not dying does a lot for your gold.
Mhm.
Your backing counter is gonna be happy for it.
Now, Morphling buys the Ultimate Orb, so it looks like he's probably going to grab a Manta, I'm guessing. Especially against the Klinks. It's a very good thing to have, because Klinks always have Orchids, and if you can remove that silence on
Roshan.
you, it helps out a lot.
Roshan is back, and instantly M5 on there to bring him down. I don't think that Mouse will leave a second Roshan uncontested, but they have to move quickly if they want to get there.
They just don't have the wards up, though, so...
Yeah, they can't. They can't get there, I feel. Darkseid is too far away. Look at him. Top lane. He's not gonna get there, so this is a free Roshan for the Dire team. And Morphling looks to be going for Scotty or
I think so.
Manta.
I think it's going to be Manta, because of the Klinks.
Yeah, probably. He does have link hands though. It's pretty much enough.
It is
but
kind of a lot of disable protection,
True,
but
true that Manta style would be nice against Venomancer as well, as you can remove both his ulti, his right click, and even his Venomous Gale, all with one simple click of your Manta.
And they're looking to team fight mid. Sing Sing's got his Daedalus completed, so he's got a 25% chance to do 250% extra damage. It all comes down to whether or not he gets it on the first splash. So right there, he got a crit, and he actually got 2 crits in a row. That's pretty unlucky.
If he
Pretty
gets
lucky,
a
but-
crit on his first hit, it's huge. Especially as you can crit on your Lothar hit, which you could not in Dota 1.
Oh, really? So are you saying
Yeah.
you get the extra, the 150 damage also gets increased?
Yeah, you can crit on that extra damage,
Wow.
which is pretty big.
Yeah, that's a big
So the
difference.
Lothar one-hit magic is just even stronger now, and he's gonna go bottom lane. He could even be trying to pull a one-hit wonder here.
Yeah, Admir's going to spot it out, though. I think he used the Lothars.
They heard the Lothar.
At the
and-
least, he's going to be able to
they-
destroy this creep wave. Oh, there it is.
And he got the crit.
1,100 damage. He missed some of the creeps.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, that's pretty big. So imagine that. If he does that with an enemy team standing right there, that was 1,100 damage. That's
CM
regular damage, and that gets cleaved
CM would
through.
almost die on one hit.
She would die in one hit. That's 1,100 pure damage.
Yeah,
It would just kill them all. They would all just die. Even tied with any other follow-up damage, it would be his death.
and Enigma, like the entire team would basically just
Yeah.
disappear.
You
if
can't handle
this
that much
happens.
pure damage. It just doesn't. It's like you're at an advantage, and he crits, and it just ends.
True.
It's amazing.
I wasn't certain about Conka if it was pure damage on the spill, but true.
Yeah, it's based on the number. The number gets splashed through.
Yeah,
Whatever you hit the primary target for.
that's the damage everyone has to take pure through armor and everything.
And he's not even jungling that slowly either anymore. He's getting a lot of crits, but either way, you have a 25% chance to just kill whatever creep you're working on, essentially.
It's hard to say what he should get as his next item at this point. I would say a BKB would be nice.
Yeah, that's what I was
but
thinking too.
apart from that, he could also go for a heart or even a satanic. Just something for survivability that gives late game capacity as well. But BKB would be nice because then only the Enigma Black Hole can disable him. And speaking of disabling Enigma Black Hole, he's almost up to his BKB Blink.
Yeah, 400 gold away. he'll be able
And
to
then
finish that.
nothing in the world except death can stop him.
Yeah.
And death is
I
what's
think he just killed Crystal Maiden with a crit here. I'm sorry, that was an X torrent combo.
700 damage on his crit.
Morphling did make an Eye of Scotty, by the way, so you were right. Goes for the slow and the giant mana pool.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
That kind of always throws me off because there's a white background, though. All the other items are like backgrounds, but not the Scotty. Scotty's, I'm white. White background. It's going to make a replicant of the Tide Hunter. This is actually going to give him a free gem. Tide is a gem right now, and illusions actually do have that true sight. Kunkka has an illusion up top mid, or up middle as well, trying to pressure the tower, but he's going to get killed. And Black is actually still jungling. He's got 4,000 gold, but he's not even close to his next item. He doesn't have his Black King bar finished. Actually, he could purchase it, but he hasn't yet. Usually that's the next item after the Orchid, but it's been very slow going for him.
Yeah, I feel that M5 probably want to take a key fight pretty much around now, because they have the cooldowns ready, and even though we're farmed Morphling, late game is not looking their way, I feel. It's hard to say. Enigma and Tide are very good late game as well, because of their huge spells, basically. But Darkseer and this farmed Kunkka, I feel, is gonna outcarry them. So they should be looking at least to take fights with their Morphling, who has Aegis.
Yeah, that's a good point. It will time out eventually, so make the kills happen now. Kunkka comes forward, actually does Lothar's the wave.
And they just saw him barely walking in there, so you know the pressure is being applied mid.
And Morphling shows. The only person that's actually not here is Black. Black has his BKB. Couldn't TP though.
Black is probably just gonna split push this. He doesn't make too much of a difference if he's there or not right now anyway. And he can run there to pick up stragglers after the fight has happened.
That's one vacuum.
Yeah, I just heard the vacuum on the creeps. I was like, what? Team fight initiation?
Nope.
Nope.
They just want to kill the creep wave. I mean, this is their split push thing. They kill the creep wave and they let Black push solo.
The split from Black is definitely gonna be effective. They keep the creeps at bay this well. I just want to say that they have gem on Tide. I don't know if we pointed it out.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Yeah, we did see that. And he's actually de-warding with it, or trying to.
Oh, look at Kunkka. Kunkka is spotted out with the gem. They saw him, but they TP away, and everyone TPs away. Everyone is scared of everyone.
Man, they are so worried to lose a team fight here.
Top lane.
Top lane. Black gets hexed. Midnight Pulse actually kills the Sprout as well. There's the BKB, and now he's going to TP out. Can he black hole it? He's going to do it. There's the black hole. It stops him, and now they right-click Black. Can they get the kill? It's going to be close. He actually right-clicks, pops his wand, but his invisibility's not up, so he can't go invis. If he would have had his invis ready, he would have survived that.
That would be so huge if he survived.
You guys might be able to initiate on Come With Me, actually. Sing Sing comes through as well, though. Is he going to crit? Siege creep, that's not the hero to initiate on. There's the Gale, it does stop. There's the Ravage, catches 4, gonna anchor smash as well, lowers their damage a lot, but Come With Me pops his ulti. PGG throws the Malefice down. SS taking so much damage from the illusions. His own illusions, the right click, he gets killed. Crystal made an ulti as well. Kunkka somewhere. He actually bought back in the base. He got killed right off the bat, so he can't crit on this wave. 437 almost dies, 50 HP, barely regens in time. He's gonna TP on the high ground. Smart play, it's gonna be close. Yes, he makes it out.
He hexed him.
Oh my god. He did hex him.
Oh, that was so close.
Very unlucky. That is as close as it gets.
Yeah. So, taking the fight with the Aegis, and they would not win this fight without Aegis, but look at Kunkka coming in.
Oh, he did it! He critted, Morphling gets picked off. 11:37, there's the boat. This is exactly what they want to do. There's the boat crap, and he gets another one! Double kill for Kunkka there. Huge plays out of Sing Sing.
Yeah,
that random number.
Crit, he just
oh my god, he
gets
gets another one.
Man, Sing Sing, that was skilled, but also very lucky.
Yes.
To just get it. Else Morphling would not have died, but...
Another one?
Crits,
oh my god.
Holy shit.
He's got a couple crits this game.
Nice play as well to do the X mark on Furion and sending the boat on him. So, yeah. I think Sing Sing doesn't mind too much about dying in the last fight now, having buyback and getting all the gold back.
And that's all it takes is to get lucky on Kunkka. I mean, not saying that he's misplaying, but you know, he got a crit at the right time to kill Morphling, and now that Morphling's dead, it creates an opening for them to push. So that's all it takes. That's
10 more seconds, it's a long time, and look at Enigma, he has 1 minute on his cooldown, even more than a minute on Black Hole, so this is an easy rags for Mouse, but they are gonna be contested perhaps. But without Tide and without Enigma ulti, how will they fight this? They can't. M5 can't catch them.
Yeah.
They do split push some on the bottom lane, just dealing some damage, about 650 to the tower. But still, this is what happens. An opening from just one crit, one little luck on that 25% opens up for a Rax. Is how big it is.
Yeah. And another important thing to point out, Nature's Prophet's Treants, they actually have 0 armor. So that is by far the best target
they're
for
really
Kunka
nice
looking
to.
for.
They're probably a best target, yeah, to right click.
Range creeps have 0
Same
as
thing
well.
is for range creep. Yeah.
Maybe they should grab like a Vlad's or something like that. Do they have a Basilius at least? Yeah, they have the Aqualus. That's giving 2 armor to everybody that's there. It's one way to counteract it. If you grab something that gives armor to everything in the battle, it means his initial hit's going to do less damage.
Yeah, but he has his Aquila off, so.
Oh, does he really?
It's not gonna have that effect. But it's not something you think about when you're in game.
Totally.
But you are correct though that just a single armor, when you have 0 armor, that's when the armor deals the most difference. Having 1 armor or 0 is the biggest difference. Compared to having 40 armor or 41, where it does basically no difference.
Yeah,
at
I
all.
believe it is diminishing, right? It's about
it's
6%, but
very,
it goes down slowly.
Yeah, it's very diminishing. I think it's 6, 11, and then it keeps scaling.
Alright, there's a ping as well. Tide actually using a haste here. Black spots him out, but Tide had a gem, so he definitely saw the clinks. So Moscow 5 trying to choose their team fight here. They are going to have a black hole. Black hole is going to make all the difference. There's a vacuum. Actually, they catch SS. He's going to wait for him, though. 1 gush from Tide as well. I love Come With Me's positioning, by the way. He's looking for a possible Gale on the come up.
M5 look like they want to take the fights. They look so ready to just pounce on mouse. They know they need to take the fights because, especially with this recent kills and now BKB finished up on Conker, he can carry this game.
Yeah.
As we saw, he killed Morphling easily.
What do you think he should grab next?
I would say
Divine Rapier?
Satanic, but yeah, Divine is obviously the item I would have bought, but Satanic is probably the best because then he will be pretty hard to kill, but it doesn't give damage enough. You want pure high damage, and I would have to say Divine is the best option for it.
Yeah.
Of course,
Could do like
another,
rapier,
as mentioned, another Daedalus would not be bad. 44% chance crit, yes thanks.
Yeah, that's true.
A good Sprout blocking out the entire mouse team almost.
Wow, as they
Delaying
take the
them.
Aegis. Very good. And Cheese on PGG, Aegis on SS. I think they're going to want to fight here. 4037 does back out.
Both teams want to fight. So
Come With These get a Gale on PGG. Does take a Malphus. They're going to engage this, I think. Morphling's going on 1437.
This
It's
is
the vacuum.
So far in.
Oh, the wall's going to help out. But actually does stop the Morphing Illusion. There's the boat as well. It's actually going to miss completely. And Sing Sing gets Hex and Sprouted in, so no combo quite yet for him. Shadowblade in a second. There's the waveform again from Morphling. Aerie crits auto, neutral creep. Does some good damage to Morphling.
Really good fight for mouse.
No crit quite yet. Another Gale on SS. Oh, those illusions are insane. He comes through, almost gets the last hit. No crit though. SS is morphing. Is he going to get a crit? Needs a couple of hits here. He's trading hits. He's still alive. Sing Sing getting low. He's not going to get it. No crits. Used up all of his luck. Black is trapped into the Sprout now. And there's a Shiva's Guard actually. He's Morphling still back into the fight. No mana for vacuum, so 4037 can't help out anymore. But Black
Still has Aegis. This is the big part.
Oh my gosh. That's insane.
Yeah.
He's healing up
So-
HP. There's a right
They
click
are
on
tanky,
Admir.
These two guys. It's hard for him to fight against Betcher and Darkseer.
Black
Wow,
is going
this
to get him
tight.
though. He's going to be able to silence this, but he's got 4,000
They're
HP now.
1437 is still in some problem.
And Morphling has to
Getting out of there could be
strength
hard.
morph a bit. Another Sprout. Here comes. Oh, that's really bad for him. Vacuum's going to break the trees though. Oh, Surge with the creep wave block. Grabs him.
Just barely getting killed. That was so tight.
Great plays
But-
from Moscow 5. What a weird team fight too. I mean, if that was grouped
super
up.
weird.
If
It
that was
started
grouped up,
really
it would have
good.
been well.
Yeah, it started really good for Mouse, but the fact that the fight was so spread out made it better for the team with the Morphling as
Yeah.
opposed to the Kanka, because Kanka really relies on everyone stacking up. Else he doesn't do too much. Morphling was dominating this fight.
It's very interesting that that even happened, though. I mean, if they have a Tide and an Enigma, you'd think that they'd want to group up a lot. But
Yeah.
it all comes down to the cheesy Daedalus hit. If it crits,
Against
It's awesome, but he
against
didn't get any
Darkseer
crits.
and against Darkseer and Kanka in the same team, that's better AOE than Enigma and Tide.
Mhm.
I mean, sure, Enigma Tide, if you get the perfect 5-man black hole, then it is better, but in general, that doesn't happen.
Yep.
So,
It's all about those crits, man. Morphling grabs a
even,
BKB, so
yeah, some Ghost Scepter and Plate Maze coming up now on the Dire team, on Ogre Club, on the Crystal Maiden, keeping up that HP. Nobody wants to die to this one hit.
yeah. It's one hit
And
wonder.
this is a game where we don't see the E-Blade at all on Morphling. Going for the BKB and Lincolns and Scotty. I like this build because, look at it. He has Lincolns as well as BKB. He can keep diving someone forever, and there's no way for his team to help them except for searching them away. So the only thing they have to save people is search. And he has the Scotty to slow them down. It's just a wonderful build to do this one thing. Now he buys up some lifesteal because he realizes the long fights lifesteal will be so good. So Roshan is still not gonna be up for a long time, as this fight was about Roshan, but it was such a long fight I got completely disoriented
Yeah, no
about it.
kidding. That was an insane fight. Considering how long SS was very low HP, Kunkka hit him 3 times in his face and there were no crits there. And that was
Right.
probably really frustrating.
That's, as we say, the first thing we said in the pick phase was Kunkka is an unstable hero,
Yeah.
because he can be tremendously good, and he can also be completely horrid if you don't crit. We felt the same way when we tested the Phantom Assassin a lot, is that she's really good, but if she doesn't crit at the right time, then she sucks. No matter how much farm she has.
Really?
She's not a late game alternative. Well, and wow, this is so tense now.
Here comes the team fight. We have an Enigma
Darkseer
Illusion from the other
rushing
side.
in.
Darkseer goes in.
Getting hexed.
There's the right click. Black gets spot actually. There's the black hole coming and catches 2. It's going to be Sing Sing as well as Bad Bubba. We're going to have a Ravage in a second. There's the Ravage follow up. Great disable so far. Crystal Maiden AoE as well. Sing Sing misses his first hit, or doesn't get a crit at least. He's actually going up against SS. Soul Catcher on him. Another disruption. Sing Sing's getting right click down. SS is beating him. Is he going to wait for him again? He's got a couple seconds left.
Marking
Clinks
your
is
HP.
down. There's another vacuum. Oh, he is going to die though. They do pick off the Morphling. Big pick off. Here comes the crit. Possibly. He just died to something. What was that? Nature's Prophet got him. Oh, I bet you the... No, he didn't even ulti that. I think it was just the ulti from Madbear picks off the kill.
I didn't see, and we see a Surge Pig just chasing me.
Angriest pig we've ever seen. Shiva's guard is used. Nature's Prophet is dead.
And a gem, bonus gem on the ground. And
Killing
just
it.
Run up and karate chops it. So,
Yeah, I thought maybe his ulti... I thought the Coco Rum maybe ran out, and then he took one creep kill and died or something, but he didn't even use it. I think Nature's Prophet ulti just came through and cleaved him as he was chasing. I think that's all that happened.
I totally missed how he died, man. I was busy checking who bought back.
Yeah.
And we see the push continues here. 4 heroes from Mouse. They don't have their main DPS though, so...
Wow, Morphling actually didn't use his BKB in that fight at all. Wow, very weird. Another vacuum on PGG. He's got insane damage, but if he dies, his team has nothing. They need him to stay alive, otherwise it just doesn't work. And they're actually going to pipe and right-click. Going to take a Frostbite, actually gushes well in
Deals a
437.
lot of damage. They're so low HP now, and against the Fury, he can TP in here.
PG
It's
comes
really
forward.
dangerous.
Oh, he does TP in. There's a disruption, though.
Nice disruption. Looks like only one guy will be caught out from all this. And yeah, they did get the tower though, and they saved their bottom tower as well. So super tight fights, I would say.
Yeah, no kidding. And think what would have happened if Kunkka survived that. He did use his BKB in the last fight. He would have had maybe 40% HP. They had a mech on the Venomancer, so they could have healed him up a slight amount, but he was at about 30% HP when he died, I think. It was very, very close.
Did you see the angry SS Morphling just chasing after that Kunkka and just...
Yeah, he almost
You
got
know,
him.
he was dying and didn't even like... Yeah, I could BKB and right-click someone to lifesteal, but I'll just run after and not morph.
Or
because I'm
BKB.
Yeah, so I don't know, he probably brain farted a little bit in that team fight, but there was a lot of shit going down, so
Yeah, there really
I
was.
understand him.
I think I saw a Soul Catcher on him as well, so that may have been why he misestimated. It's one of those
Yeah,
abilities
and
that just
mistakes
surprise
happen.
you.
In team fights this big, sometimes you miss your HP going down, and he just wasn't ready for it.
Well, as he continues to farm, he's going to pick up a Helm of the Dominator now. This does stack with the Scotty, so he gets the lifesteal and the slow.
He could pick up a nice little creep if he wants to. A little stomper or something like that.
I would go for the Alpha Wolf at this point, I think.
I would go for the net creep. It's cool. Because you can
That's it. Just really cool.
you can catch people. The net is imba. And they're going to go for the GG push top, it seems.
M5 a little out of position right now. I think they're just grouping up. They're worried for the initiation, but
They're
they have
not
revealed
ready
themselves.
for a push on top lane. But the Fury ulti does slow it down. But Creep Wave just barely survives. They can push into a base right now if they want to. There's an Enigma illusion. Let's see if it tricks them.
We'll see how it's microed. It may be able to, but they actually don't have vision. They go to the high ground.
Oh, they send it in. They will.
It's going to take one gush.
Yeah.
There's Malphus on
pinging on
1437.
They probably realized it's an illusion by now. Or Fletcher doesn't seem to understand that.
They must know at that point.
Now they know. But they might be able to just straight up defend this. They have Fury and they can split push very nicely. So, almost Fury and ulti ready again.
Sing Sing uses Lothars, so they got about 12 seconds. And Klink's waiting for a neutral spawn. Actually, he might stop the camp.
How many buybacks are there on the Dire team?
Oh,
They have buyback on.
Okay, he didn't despawn the camp. He can grab
There
a dark
basically
control.
no buybacks, right?
On the Dire
Tide
team.
might have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it looks
Fury
like Tide's
doesn't
gonna have
have.
one.
He has cooldown. Tide has buyback, and Enigma doesn't have. It's only Tide.
And Black backed off to take the bot racks, or defend the bot racks, that is. So,
Yeah.
no push. They are really, really careful. But Mouz knows, if they lose a team fight...
DD Rune on Kunkka, they could be looking to take a fight with this.
Yeah.
And Roshan is not too far off, but it's gonna be after the DD team fight, if it's gonna happen.
Now keep in
The
mind that
entire Dire team is stacked around now. Smoke Gang again.
if Mouz loses this, they're out, by the way. So that's why they're being so hesitant. They want a good initiation. They can't have a bad initiation or it's over. And all of their heroes are being dove on, possibly.
Yeah, true.
Do they have a
They're
gem
not
on the Dire
allowed to.
team?
I didn't hear the if. I just heard you saying Mouse loses this. I'm like, what?
Yeah, yeah. If they lose this.
Yeah, yeah.
They have no
And,
gem, so no detection from the Dire team. I don't see a
Oh,
gem
look
on
at-
anybody.
Oh, it's Morphle. Okay.
Oh,
I was
no.
like, oh, look at the guy out of position. Ah, he's Morphle.
He can be pretty much anywhere
He
he wants,
doesn't
so.
care about position. He just cheats.
Yes.
He just jumps
Lots of
anywhere he
cheating.
wants to. So,
I'm actually, his damage is not necessarily as high as it could be at this point, since he did go for a BKB and a Helm on the Dominator. That's 6,000 gold worth of items. That doesn't increase his, that doesn't give him an agility item. So if he had a Manta style or something, we would probably be seeing more damage. But he has a lot more utility out of this build, that's for sure.
yeah.
If he would use a BKB, that is.
I've been thinking about it, and seriously, I really think that the best build for Kunkka now, if not Helm of Dominator, I would say a second Daedalus. It would be so good. Imagine having 44% chance to crit on your Loafer hit instead of the 25. It's
That's a really good point. It's not
It's-
even that much percentage loss.
And it's a very good damage item. It's 81 damage, and then you increase your crit chance. And the crit chance is basically all he's about right now. Because
Yeah.
if he does normal Loafer hit, it's good, but it's not a one hit. But if he does get his crit off, it's almost a one hit on some of the heroes. So
Alright, Moscow 5 does have a dire side advantage from this Roshan. They still have a tier 2 tower over here. So
Yeah.
if the team fight and there's a buyback, you can just buy back and stroll right back into the fight.
They
Mouse
are-
cannot do that.
they're really putting the dire side advantage to use, pushing top with Fury and then going in, starting to harass Roshan. It's brought down low HP. Darkseer, of course, running in, scouting.
Yeah, I was going to say it was low, but it was really just Morphling soloing Roshan there.
Is he gonna buy his Gwinsu from down here? I don't know.
He's
He can't afford it
he's
if he
taking
sells
damage.
his-
If he gets bashed too many times, this could be really bad for him. Does the dire team realize that he's in there? They might be able
Is
to
he
hear
gonna-
it. He's going to
yeah,
save
he
for
can-
buyback, I think. I don't think he can
Yeah.
spend it.
They need him to defend. If he dies, it's over.
Yeah, if he missed walls or something, it could be huge. We're going to see a pause from Admir. Look at the graphs and things, something we haven't looked at much. 5,000 gold advantage for the Radi team here, and EXP is actually barely in the Radi team's advantage. This
It's
game is
very
extremely close. Extremely. When you have 70,000 gold, 5,000 is not that much.
Actually, Purge, I'm not at home and I'm at someone else's place. So since it's midnight now, I'm out of respect gonna leave now and go home.
Okay,
It's
sounds good.
very sad to leave you in the middle of
That
this
is
cast,
no
but
problem. I can handle this.
It's been really nice casting again, and definitely I will check on my cell phone who wins this game.
Okay, sounds great.
Interesting, but bye, chat, and take care. It's been fun casting, and sorry for leaving you.
No, it's a perfect time. The game's paused, so we wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to talk about this otherwise. So, no problem.
Yeah.
I understand.
See ya, man.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Bye. Alright, Wagamama disconnects. I think I saw Bulba Bulba might be able to join me. Alright, Wagamama's gone. Let me see if Bulba is there. Alright, so a couple things to point out right now. We have the Darkseer. He's in the Roshan pit right now. So Roshan is at about half HP. Dire Team doesn't have vision of this. If we look at what they can see, they actually just have a ward mid. So they have absolutely no idea where mouz is in positions. But they can probably assume that since Darkseer is in this pit, that most of the Dire Team, or the Radiant Team, sorry, is sitting in this general area here. Fortunately, Jurine does not show up. Unless we're not paused. So Kunkka is going to have buyback at least. He did not spend it last time he died. But buying his next item would be pretty good. And to touch on the Daedalus, the double Daedalus thing, if it does 44% chance with 2 Daedaluses, you're only losing 6%, which is actually a pretty minor chance increase. That would stack pretty nicely, because if he does get that crit off, he hasn't had one for the last couple team fights, which is why things haven't gone one-sided, I think. But Morphling is going to become more and more of a nuisance as the game goes on. If he picks up a Butterfly, if he picks up probably a Butterfly, I think would be his next best option. Give him a lot of agility, evasion, not to mention insane attack speed. Or he could go Manta for some extra HP, or he could pick up a Satanic to more or less be unkillable. Satanic, probably the better option here, I think. Increases HP by 25 strength and stuff. So the game is absolutely crucial. If mouz loses this, they are out. It'll be a 2-0 from Moscow 5. And that is why they're all playing extremely passive, because they know any major error, if there's a team fight loss, mouz is going to lose the advantage that they built up, which is, of course, this mid-rack's going down, top rack's tower is gone, so any team fight loss for either team is going to change things heavily. Alright, they're going to Gale on that Enigma Illusion, and they put a Sentry Ward down, Plague Wards all over the place as well for vision. Now, is Moscow 5 going to be able to react to mouz's position in time? Couple things going on. They're going to kill the illusion, though. It's killed. There's the Frost Nova. They might right-click Roshan. Monkey King Bar's finished on Clinks, though, so he's actually doing some great damage now, and this is going to protect him against a Butterfly. And they may try to take it. Roshan's getting very low. Here comes the initiation. Can they steal it from him? It's going to be close. There they go. Aegis on Black. Cheese is on the ground. There's a BKB for PGG. He's looking for a black hole, but nothing yet. 437. There's the wall. Does catch the Morphling. Boat comes through as well. Admir's dropped right off the bat. Sing Sing doing some right clicks, actually, but Black Hole. Black King Bars all over the place. They actually interrupted immediately. Good disruption from Sexy Bamboo. And PG getting very low HP. Sing Sing trying to trade. He does crit, but SS picks him off. And now Black is the one to do the damage. He's doing pretty good damage to Morphling. He's morphing straight. There's the vacuum, and they get him. Morphling is dead. He's going to buy back, though, so it's going to give him some time. Admir goes back in. Can they disrupt him? They can. Admir's going to die as well. Big mistake from Admir. Puts his ulti down, but mouz wins the team fight. And they still have the Aegis and the cheese on Clinks. Sing Sing got picked off, but 3 heroes dead for the Dire team. And now mouz may be able to pick off the 2 racks. It's going to be very close here. Siege creeps are dropped. There's a Surge coming forward. And it's only Morphling Tide. Tide doesn't have Ravage. He's got a Blink Dagger, but he's essentially worthless right now. Can't do anything to help out. Even Morphling has to be careful. Against Clinks alone, there's a Glyph to buy him some time, but Crystal Maiden will be up in 3 seconds. And then they will fight. Bambo trying to slow him down. He's going to take 1 Adaptive Strike. He's got to be so careful here. He doesn't really have that many items. He's going to earn himself up. And the top racks is gone. Now, I think mouz is going to back out here. They're going to play it safe. Enigma as well as Nature's Prophet are dead, but with the Morphling, you never know. If they lose 4 heroes for nothing, it would be terrible for them. So now they're in a great defensible position with a 2 racks advantage. Now all they have to do is very, very slow push the bot lane. Now Nature's Prophet's still going to be a pain in the butt because he can obviously globally TP. For example, if they're pushing top or pushing bottom, he can just push top the whole time, and then they'll only have 1 lane pushing in. But since there's 2 racks instead of just 1 racks, he can't cover all the lanes. Does he have an Aghanims? He doesn't have an Aghanims. He's just got a Mech, Hex, and a Ghost Scepter. So, very big distinction. And the gold graph goes up pretty heavily for mouz there. EXP graph, wow, look at that jump. That is insane. Insane jump right there. 1 Shadow Demon Illusion. Oh, is Admir going to Hex it? He's going to realize it's an illusion at this point. He's going to casually walk away. He doesn't want to mess with that anymore. And Black picks up a Crystallis, so he's got Monkey King Bar as well as a Crystallis. So now he can crit as well. 20% chance for 175% damage. Sing Sing Cheese was traded over, so Clinks with the Aegis, Sing Sing with the Cheese. Great cheese choice. And there's the crits that he's looking for. That 900 crit, that was on a melee creep. Those have pretty good armor, 2 armor. Crystal Maiden putting wards down. They know that the push is going to come bottom in a second, so observer ward placement there is absolutely smart. And a sheep on Darkseer. Shiva's, how much farm does this guy have? He is sitting at 22,000 gold. He is almost the most farmed hero in the game. Look at this. Morphling's at 24, Clinks is at 21, Kunk is at 22, and 22 on Darkseer. So 3 extremely farmed heroes on the Radiant team. There's the TPs though. First one's going to be Morphling. And they're all escaping. Come with me, might get caught. There's the waveform just to spot him. Does not. Bambo? Yeah, Bambo will teleport as well. Oh, oh, that was close. That was really close. Alright, Bulba is not available. He says there's background noise. So 2,000 gold now for Morphling. He was forced to buy back in the last team fight. But at this point, he could just save up for the next buyback. I mean, if they don't engage for 2 minutes, which is probably what we'll see out of Moscow 5, they don't want to fight when their important hero doesn't have the buyback. So they're just going to spend some time farming here. Generally staying as 5. They don't want to get caught out of position. Oh wow, gem on the ground.
Haste.
Whose was that? Who died over here? Maybe this was from that big team fight in the river area about 10 minutes ago. Maybe that's where they got the gem from. Not quite sure. A couple more right clicks as mouz is running away now. Heroes do get spotted. But they're all here. They could team fight. Can they catch PG? He may blink. He blinks. There's the surge on 14. I think somebody's getting caught here. Crystal Maiden is going to be lagging behind. And here comes possible wall. There's the first vacuum. There's the wall. Grabs the Morphling illusion. The important one. It's going to be doing some insane damage. 1437 way behind enemy lines as we see Crystal Maiden getting picked off very easily. There's the Tide Ravage. Buys him some time as well. Sinks in with a BKB, but he's sprouted. And here comes the crit. Is he going to grab it? He does not. He kills a bunch of neutrals, and that was about it. Didn't kill any heroes at all. There's a Torrent combo. Admir's in trouble. He gets cleaned up. 2 heroes dead. Crystal Maiden as well as the Nature's Prophet and PGG now. There's the Malefist on Clinks. He blinks away as the BKB is popped. Can they grab Blasters? SS in a lot of trouble. There's the waveform. He's magic immune, but the hits, they're going to right-click. Come with me. Is he going to stay alive? He does, and I think that's just about it. He's going to buy back in 27 seconds, but mouz wins another team fight there. Finally, Clink's able to carry effectively. Using his Monkey King Bar Crystallis, that's going to be enough for them. And mouz pushes through. There's the vacuum. There's the Iron Shell. Wave is dead. Nature's Prophet buys back. And they have 11 seconds left for the Morphling. But buying back twice now, plus the Black King Bar Helm of the Dominator, has not increased his damage potential by a lot. He has utility, but he does not have damage. And that is why he's not been able to just destroy these team fights. And there it is, buyback. Can they defend it? There's the black hole. It actually whiffs everybody. PGG dies. He's down. There's the vacuum as well. The boat. Anywhere. Vigas is about to die as well. A couple more right clicks from Clinks. Doesn't miss on the high ground. A good game is called from Blood Angel. It's not quite over yet. Black is going to get picked off by SS. He's going to respawn though. 1437 taking damage. Sinks as well. SS might be able to do this. He's going to pop the Chizo. Buys him some time. Crits as well. So there's the silence on SS. He's not going to be able to stop this. No BKB and he dies. And that is going to be it. mouz is going to be able to take the bot Rex, and that's going to even things up 1-1 and put us towards a Game 3 in this epic match of the Star Ladder. Whoever loses the third game is out. Whoever wins goes to play Navi's in the finals, which is going to be tomorrow. Good game is called by Sing Sing. The Kunkka pays off, had some really iffy crits in the mid game. That first one was excellent, but they weren't able to transition that into more crits in the mid game. But luckily they had the Clinks who could pick up the Monkey King Bar and the Crystallis and perform some kind of hard carry in the mid game. So that is it. mouz takes the win, ties it up 1-1. And we're going to be going on to a Game 3. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Go check out my website. It's purgegamers.com. Of course, go to goseegamers.net if you guys want to see any of the esports coverage of this tournament. Interviews, updates on player positions, things like that. And we'll be back in just a second with Game 3, guys. Don't go anywhere.